I think a fear that patients have when they join clinical trials is that they will get placebo or no treatment. Now, that is probably, that will be very rare in many diseases. So what a clinical trial is an experiment where the doctors are trying to determine, so we have this disease, right now with standard treatment, we can get this amount of results, but we're not happy with that result. That's not good enough. How can we make it even better? By adding new drugs, by trying new strategies, by combining different drugs together. So a clinical trial is a properly conducted test to see if we can improve on the current treatment. And there are many different types of clinical trials. So there are early phase trials where there are drugs where there's not much known about the effects in human. They usually look very effective in the lab. That's why we chose them to start with. And those are studies where you're guaranteed to get the drug, but there's not a whole lot known about them. So there may be unexpected side effects, and you'll be watched very closely for those side effects. On the other hand, there are trials where the drug has already gone through those stages and been shown to be quite effective and safe. And the question is this drug better than the best of what we have? And that's called a phase 3 trial, where patients are randomly assigned to either getting the new treatment or the current standard of care, the best of what we already have. And that's a random assignment, so there's a chance you may get something that is what would be considered current best standard of care and not something new. You have to understand in those cases, the worst you can do is to get best current care. Now, when you join a clinical trial, what that means is that you're consenting to go onto that experiment, helping us learn more about medicine, helping us learn more about the disease. By doing so, it usually means that you may have to visit your doctor at the trial center, sometimes more frequently than you would normally need to if you're not on study. And you may have to have additional things like scans and blood tests to help us track your cancer very carefully and understand in very fine detail exactly how you're responding. Things that may not be necessary if you're not in a clinical trial. On the other hand, that degree of monitoring means that if anything goes wrong, if anything goes awry, we'll know about it straight away. And there's been many studies which have shown that patients who go into clinical trial live longer than patients who don't, for various reasons, but one of which may be because you're just getting better medical care than usual.